The Rothman Institute presents Take 5 on Hawks All Access.
Hawk fans, thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Take 5, especially those of you snowed in by yet another winter storm here in the Philadelphia area. As most of us are ready for winter to be over, the St. Joseph Softball team is getting out of town this weekend to kick off its 2014 campaign down in Virginia. Joining us before hitting the road is senior outfielder Maria Ficca. Maria, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Last year, you had a perfect season out in right field, making 0 errors in 48 appearances. Is defense something that's always come a bit natural for you, or is it something you've worked on throughout your career?
Well, honestly, I think I just got pretty lucky last year. But personally, for someone like me, I think defense, especially outfield, is better because it's a lot less thinking and a lot more doing. If you just picture like a dog playing fetch, that's kind of what I do out there. So.
Awesome. Good way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously defensive standout, but you're also, a threat when you step up to the plate. Let's go back to your sophomore year. You had the game-winning RBI in the first ever softball game played on the McGuire side of the campus. How did it feel seeing, your teammate cross home plate and all of your teammates celebrating, that first win, knowing that you had such a big hand in making that happen?
It's a very difficult question to answer. It's one of those things where it's just like so overwhelmingly cool and awesome. It's like you really want to be in that position because when you do come through for your team and you produce, it's like the reaction from everybody is so amazing. It's like you have bodies flying on top of you, and it's just like, wow, like if I was able to produce for the team, like this is really all worth it, all the work, everything. It's just a really great feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Softball shares a lot of the same rules with baseball, but it certainly has some interesting rules of its own. Is there one rule in particular that you feel people might not completely understand about softball?
I'm not sure if it's a rule, but one of the major differences is that softball uses a slap hitter. So it's like you have a left-handed hitter who gets a running start, and they'll tap the ball on the ground or hit it like a line drive so they can get a running start and beat out the throw to first. So that's one of the big differences, but I don't know if it's a rule. It would be weird to see a baseball player doing that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely a different strategy that goes into that. Is there a certain rule that you might like to see either added to the game or dropped? Is there a rule that just kind of annoys you?
Being able to take out the catcher. Like, baseball players get to do that. I think we should be able to do that. If there's a close play at home, I want to be able to tackle that catcher a little bit.
Absolutely. All right, so let's stray away from the field for a second. And let's say you and your teammates have, a random night off, and they vote for you to cook for the team. What are you making, or if it's more accurate, what restaurant are you going to call to make a reservation?
Okay, well, if you were my teammates, you would say, oh, Ficca's just going to make all kinds of treats and desserts and stuff. But I think I'm a pretty good cook, so I would probably make like a big Mexican smorgasbord of like quesadillas and fajitas and tacos and stuff. So.
Awesome. Guacamole?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
All right, final question. Definitely a timely one, as the Winter Olympics are obviously in full swing. Let's say that you were given the opportunity to represent the United States and you had to pick one Winter Olympic event that you could possibly medal in. What do you think would be your best hope to represent your country?
It's so difficult. Honestly, I'm a big fan of Shaun White. That's probably a very typical answer, but when he does his, like half pipe in the snow and stuff, I think that's super cool. I think I'd be okay at that.
You think you could do cool tricks and stuff?
Yeah, I'd at least I don't know if I would land properly, but I think I could do a lot of pretty stuff.
Awesome. Well, Maria, thank you for being here, and best of luck this season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The St. Joseph Softball team will kick off its first pair of road games this weekend, weather permitting, of course, at the Longwood Tournament down in Farmville, Virginia, February 15th and 16th. We wish them all the best of luck, and we wish you the best of luck too, Hawk fans, getting through this last month or so of winter. For Hawks All Access, I'm Nikki Philpott, and we'll see you next time.